Good afternoon, children. Welcome to social studies class. Children, we were doing Penugolu lesson in previous 2-3 videos. Let us continue the lesson. In today's class, we are going to know the uses of bamboo and the people who are living in Penugolu, the houses and their customs. So firstly, bamboo. I said you all bamboo. Bamboo is a stick and the tree is known as bamboo tree or bamboo plant. So what are the uses of bamboo? So bamboos are used for construction of huts. If you have seen, as pillars they are laid and a hut is constructed, and on the above also the roof is constructed with the bamboo sticks only. So first thing is bamboo is used to build houses or huts. Second thing is bamboo is used as fencing. Have you seen the stick fencing? All the sticks are laid and a fencing is constructed. So the sticks which are there are bamboo sticks. So fences are made with the bamboo sticks. Next, baskets are also made with the bamboo sticks. So baskets, have you seen the baskets, children? Not these iron baskets or plastic baskets. The stick baskets which are weaved, so that are made with the bamboo sticks only. Next, windows are also made. Windows, I will show your children winnowing fans later on. Next, chicken coops. Chicken coops are nothing but the chicken sticks which we use and the toothpicks which we use. These are all made with the bamboo sticks only. And the last thing is paper. Paper is made with bamboo stick, children. Do you all know, children? Paper is made with the bamboo stick. And paper mills, they have right to cut the bamboo from the forest. Some paper mills, they have employed some tribal people. They give money for cutting. So when the season comes, when the bamboo has grown to a particular height, the people, the employed tribal people, they go, they cut the bamboo sticks and give to the paper mills. And these paper mills, in turn, they give money to the tribal people, and it is a source of income for the tribal people, children. Children, let us know about some of the items made by the bamboo, children. In this pic, you are able to see the winnowing fans, baskets, scoops, all made by bamboo stick only, children. There are many more items which bamboo is used as a decoration item. And this one is winnowing fan, children, which is used to clean the rice. This one is chicken coop, which is the house of the hen or cock. This is the pick of toothpicks which is made out of bamboo stick. Brooms are also made by bamboo only, children. And these are some chairs and tables which are made by bamboo stick only, children. And second thing is houses. So the houses are built with the mud houses are there. There are no pakka houses because they keep on shifting. Because they are doing shifting cultivation, no, children. They are doing podu cultivation. They are going to shift the patch of land. So wherever they go, they have to construct a new house. So pakka house is not suitable. So kacha house, that is mud houses, are only suitable. Or huts which are not permanent, temporarily. They can go to a new patch and build a hut over there. And when they are clearing, they can take away their huts and they can put a new hut in another patch. So mud houses are there, and totally there are 124 people living in Penugolu and 32 families. Totally 124 people, they make 32 families. Coming to the customs, like we have, like which we celebrate Bonalu festival, Dashera, Diwali, which we celebrate, no, children. Penugolu people also, they have their own different gods and their customs. Let us know about them. First thing is they worship God of nature. In the nature, there are some trees, you know, children, the neem tree, which we worship as Parvati Devi, the Tulsi plant, which we worship as goddess Lakshmi. So some trees which we worship, they also worship nature as God, and they worship stone idols, children. Do you all know stone idols which we worship as images? We worship Lakshmi Devi in the form of image, but they take some small stones and they worship them as God. Even now we worship like this Maisama, Pochama, Ellama. These mother goddesses are worshipped in the form of stones only. So they also worship stone idols. Next, they worship Burra and Tadu under a tamarind tree as Mutyalama. Now what is this Burra and what is this Tadu? Burra is nothing but the bottle god, children. You all know Sorakaya, bottle god. When it is dried off, it becomes like a tumbler. They take that one and keep it under a tamarind tree. Tamarind tree is nothing but a chinta chettu. And they take a Tadu. Tadu is a rope. So they keep this Burra and this Tadu together under a tamarind tree, and these both are considered as Mutyalamma Devi and they are worshipped by Koya people. Next, Elanam Padam is again another festival. It is nothing but Bhumi Puja. The mother god, mother earth is worshipped as Elanam Padam festival and they celebrate it. Next is Kodakala Panduga. Kodakala Panduga is nothing but Peddala Panduga, which we celebrate, children, during this season, that is after Vinayak Chavithi. We celebrate Peddala Pandugano, where we give offer rice, we prepare some food items for our elders, ancestors who have expired. We keep their photo and we offer to them like that. Ancestors are also worshipped by Koya people, and that is known as Kodakala Panduga, and it also starts in September, children. They offer vegetables to their deities and then they eat, and all the remaining festivals start only after this Kodakala Panduga, that is harvesting, cutting of forest, making a patch, sowing seeds are all done after Kodakala Panduga only. Like for us also, after Peddala Panduga only, Dashara, Diwali and all other festivals begin. Like that only, they also have Kodakala Panduga, which is a festival for them, and after that only farming season starts. This topic is future of Koya's children. So, these Koya people, they have their own lifestyle, their way of living, their way of cultivating the land, and the way of using fertilizers is all different when compared to us, our modern people. It is very different. So they have their own lifestyle and they are not disturbing environment. See, when compared to modern agriculture, they are using a lot of fertilizers, pesticides, and which is in turn polluting the land which they are growing. So, but these Koya people, the tribal people, they are not polluting the land. They are just cutting the land and they are growing and again going to another patch. By the time the first patch, it is regrowing, the forest is regrowing. They are not disturbing the environment, they are doing their work. And they know the use of each and every plant which is present inside the forest, and they know how to protect them, how to use them perfectly. And there is a very good harmony, or you can say friendship, with the tribal people, among the tribal people and the forest, or you can say there is a good harmony of Koya people with the nature. But today the life of the Koya people is completely under constant threat, children. Why? Because the forest land is constantly decreasing. As I said you all in the previous video, that the forest land is being decreased because of this real estate. And second thing is exploitation of the bamboo trees. The paper mills are going on increasing and they are constantly cutting all the bamboo trees, and which is decreasing the forest. The constant cutting of the trees for other sources like wood and for other sources, the people are cutting the trees which are present inside the forest, and which is again decreasing the forest area and ultimately depleting the forest. And officials are also stopping Podu cultivation. They say that as you are cutting the trees, it is not good, forest is decreasing, so you all don't do Podu, you all do normal cultivation, which they can't do because they know only Podu cultivation, they have to do Podu cultivation. But this is not right. So in turn, what we should do? See, we should protect our tribal people. These are like a gift to us. Tribal people, as they know the forest area, they know how to protect the forest. If forests are there, we are going to decrease the pollution also. So forest should be there, right children? And these forests are protected by the Koya people. So we should in turn protect these Koya people or all the tribal peoples. So fine children. So here I am winding it off. So we have completed our Penugolu lesson. Hope you all have understood the tribal people, the way of living, their growing crops, and how they use the drinking water and all. So hope you all have understood the lesson. So thank you.